Alright, hey, Mega here. I got my I got my motorcycle helmet on. I'm gonna go for a drive in the Galant VR4. It's like midnight and I just got back from work, so we're gonna take this thing for a little test drive to see if it's working properly. So there we go. The gauge fires up. I don't know if you guys can see anything. Yeah, it's actually not too bad driving with the helmet in here. Yeah, I can kind of drive with the helmet in here. Alright, so I know I kind of have to lean the seat back a little bit. Okay, so here we go. I will just kind of look at the gauge and I'll tell you what's going on. It's pretty dark. I don't know how well the camera can see all this stuff. But we're just going to test and see if the gauge is working properly. You know, my car is running properly. It's going to take a bit to get out of my driveway though. Yeah, it's not doing anything, man. Ugh. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm giving it full gas and it's not doing anything, man. Maybe there's something wrong with the gauge. Or maybe there's something wrong with the O2 sensor, I'm not sure. See, there it goes. Now it's going lean. That's what it's supposed to do, okay. Okay, I let go of the gas and it's going lean. Okay, that's what we want. Turn the heater on. A little cold in here. Okay, well, we gotta boost again though. Okay. Oh, you know what? You know what's wrong? I'm thinking it's like the other gauge. It's backwards on the other gauge. The rich is on the right, and here, lean is on the right. Yeah, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's working. It's working. So there, it's going full. It's 16.8 or 17 without any throttle. Okay. Give it gas. Holy shit! It's like 13 to 1. 13 to 1. No bueno. Okay, there we go. Now it's it took a long time for it to warm up, man. Okay, we're gonna take it for another quick. Okay, so now we're gonna just cruise. Okay, there we go. Now it's moving a whole lot. It's doing some crazy stuff. It's going. Oh yeah, I should really check the speed. I haven't been looking at what speeds are going. Okay. So yeah, there we go. So it's cycling from stoichiometric to lean. Dude, that took a long time to warm up. It took like a good solid 5-10 minutes of driving. It's no wonder this car eats up so much gas, man. It stays in fucking closed loop for a while. Okay, there we go. Full boost. Yeah, okay. And then it goes full lean. It never goes into rich, man. Let's put it in 5th gear. Let's lug it. Let's lug it. And it should go rich because it won't hit boost, so. Okay, there we go. It's going 13. It's 13.6 is where it's at. 13.6. Okay, let's downshift in the 4th. Or let's downshift in the 3rd and we'll get full boost. It's 13.7 and it starts to creep down. So, okay, I think it works. It doesn't go super rich though. I'm kind of worried about that. Even if okay, let's just lug it in 4th and see if it goes rich. Okay, I'm gonna mash on it right now. Okay, there we go. It goes rich, but it doesn't go full. It doesn't go full. It just stays at 13.7. That's where it wants to stay. That's kind of odd. It shouldn't do that. It should be richer than that, man. That's pretty lean, man. Okay, there we go. So it kind of, the numbers disappear when it becomes, when you let go of the gas. So that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, let's just cruise at 22 miles an hour. Okay, there we go. It's cycling. Okay, that's good. Okay, let me give it a full wide open. Okay, there we go. Damn, man, there's a big clunk on the back of this car now. Yeah, it's 13.5. That's pretty it's pretty lean. Yeah, it just wants to stay at 13.5 too. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Okay, I think it works. It seems like it works. Because when I let off the gas, it goes full lean. It doesn't show any numbers. That's what's supposed to happen. And I put it in neutral, it should go back to idling. And when it's in idle, it'll fluctuate between the middle, stoichiometric, and lean, which it's doing right now, and it's very fast. So it's very fast and responsive. So that's good. That means you know, it's good. It's supposed to be fast and responsive. I'm gonna rev it. It should go rich a little bit, and then it goes lean. Yeah, I'm just kind of worried that like it doesn't go rich at all. It doesn't go rich, but it doesn't go lean either. So I think that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's the way it is. That's the way it is with the autometer. So it never goes like full rich. It just kind of hangs out in that in the rich area, the very start of the rich area. I don't know what number is that. It's like 13. It stays around 13. What I heard, if you want a safe tuning ratio, you want to shoot for 10.5. That's what you want. Then you have lots of fuel. Okay, just gonna do a quick pull right here. Second gear pull. 13.5, 13.7. It goes down a little bit, but it's okay. Okay, it doesn't go lean. That's a good thing. It goes lean when I let off the gas. That's good. Okay, yeah, so it works. It works. The car works. Seems to be running fine. It's not like... Hopefully we get better gas mileage with this since we have a better O2 sensor. So yeah. So like I said, one of the benefits of installing the wideband over the narrowband is you get a better O2 sensor. It's more accurate, you know, and it's fast responding. And hopefully that translates to the ECU, you know. Even though it's like sending a narrowband signal, you know, it translates it to the thing, so... But it seems to be running good, so we're just cruising right now at 21 miles an hour, and it's cycling. It's cycling back and forth. It's trying to keep the mixture lean. Then I'm going to give it full wide open throttle. It should go rich. Okay, it did go to rich. Okay, and then I let off the gas. Okay, I'm going to downshift in a second. Let off the gas. It should go full lean. Okay, good. So when it goes full lean like that, the numbers just disappear. That's what's supposed to happen. I'm very surprised how long it took to warm the car up. We were driving, like I said, we were driving for like 10 minutes almost, and we went down the freeway. It still didn't warm up. It takes a long time to warm this car up. That's an interesting thing to note. The Eclipse does not take that long to warm up. So yeah, it's probably because it's an older car, you know. All right, so we're gonna go park the car. So there you go. It works. That was a little test drive. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now we kind of know what the car is doing. For some reason, it is tuned to go 13.5. Yeah, it looks like it was going 13.5 air fuel ratio. When damn it, what did I do here? When you're going wide open throttle, like no matter what I did, it would try to, it looks like the car was just trying to stay at 13.5. It's kind of hard to park with this helmet on. I can't turn my head and look. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, so it's very fast responding right now when it's at idle. The coolant temp is all the way up. It took a long time to warm it up. It's kind of weird, but it seems okay. Yeah, it's very fast. It's going up and down, up and down. That's what you wanted to do. The other one never did that. The other one was kind of lazy. Kind of went up and then down, up. This one's up, down, up, down, up, down, down. So that's good. So we know that O2 sensor seems like it's good because it's responding fast. I know it was a used one, so I didn't really know. I didn't really test it either. And it seems like it's got a target AFR of 13.5, which is, I think it's too lean. It should be like 10.5. And yeah, so I think that's probably why this car eats up so much gas, is because it takes so long for it to warm up for some reason. I don't know why. All right, so there we go. That is the little street test to see if the AEM UEGO works, and like how the state of the tune is of the Black Widow Galant VR4. For some reason, it has a 13.5 target AFR programmed into the ECU. This is not, the ECU on this car is not a whatchamacallit, is not stock. It has a chip already in it, but I don't really know what they did with the chip. That probably might be the target AFR. They set it at 13.5, so I think 10.5 is what people want. But the good thing is, it will go. It goes up to 13.5 and it stays there, and then it doesn't go down. Like it kind of goes down a little bit when there's a lot of boost. You know, it's trying to add more fuel. I think we are at 100% duty cycle, but it doesn't go lean. It doesn't go less than stoichiometric. So that's fine, I guess. If it goes into the red, and you're boosting, let off the throttle. That's what you want to do. So all right, there we go. It works. It works good. I'm happy with it. So the last thing to do is install the injectors and put the chip in, and yeah, put the Evo injectors in, put the chip in so we can increase the boost a little bit, and then what's the word? And then maybe install the 3G MAF. I have 3 chips. I will go. Actually, I want to go over it when we install them. But I have 3 chips. I have one with the Evo injectors. I wonder what chips I got. I know I have one with the Evo injectors, and I think one without the and one with the Evo injectors, with the 1G MAF, with the Galant VR4 MAF, and then I have another one that has the Evo injectors, and it has a 3G MAF. I think I have a third chip that is for the with the 1G, with the 3G MAF, but with stock injectors. So I don't know. I'll have to look at them. They labeled them all. So all right, so that's it. Mission complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little drive around. I was just focused on making sure the gauge works. I noticed it takes a long time to warm up. That it takes like too long to warm up, because we were driving the whole time. We weren't just like idling. So I'm surprised how long it took to warm up. And that's a function of how, when the O2 sensor warms up. And this one should warm up pretty fast. And this has a heater. I know it has a heater, because when you turn the gauge on, it turns the heater on for the O2 sensor, and it heats it up, so it warms up faster, and the coolant temp. So those are the 2 things that that will force it to go into open loop, I think is what it is. And you want it to go into open loop, or else it just eats up more gas. It's not compensating if it's not going in open loop. Yeah, so I hope I have that right. But yeah, so it takes a long time to warm up the car. And as in warm up, I mean like, yeah, when it starts to go into open loop. So yeah, that's it. It works. It looks like it works. Okay, here's Meg here. So it's been it's like almost been a week since I last worked on the car. I drove it this week, and it'll maybe get into like 13 to 1.
air-fuel ratio at wide open throttle, but it won't get any richer than that. What I'm thinking is, so what I read online is that, like, yeah, that could be like an exhaust leak is what that could be. It's throwing your readings off. It could be an exhaust leak or a boost leak. It's one of those. I'm thinking it's an exhaust leak because I can actually smell the exhaust when it's cold. And I'm thinking, like, as the engine gets warmer, the exhaust leak kind of closes up a little bit because it's expanding and stuff. So I think that's what it is. So I'm probably gonna have to do a boost leak test and look for exhaust leaks and stuff. So it's gonna suck. That's one of the problems these turbo cars are plagued with, boost leaks and stuff. So we're gonna have to keep up on that. It's okay to drive it the way it is right now. I'd say it's fine. I don't think it'll run super lean. Like 13-to-1 is kind of lean, but it's not too lean, and it doesn't seem like it's knocking or anything. So what I've been doing today is putting all the panels back in the car. In the back seat here is where it's been living for the last year or so, like back here. So I can finally clean that up. You can see it's still pretty dirty in there. I don't know what happened to all the screws, so I took some screws out in my screw collection there. You can see that little tub there that says screw on it. See that little tub there that says screw. I have a bunch of these kind of trim screws here, so I put them. There's like 2 in here, and there's 1 here, 1 there, and then 1 up here. So I put that back in. I have pictures of what it looked like before. It was just all wires and stuff. And I put that side panel back in, so hopefully we won't need to get to any of that stuff. I think I may need to take that side panel out again when we take those gauges out. Those gauges don't do anything. The air-fuel ratio gauge, it just reads rich all the time now. So yeah, so yeah, but the car runs fine. I guess there's no complaints. It doesn't seem like it's running like overly lean, like it doesn't go into the red. So it looks like we got enough fuel. So I'm just putting the trim back together, and then there's also one more thing we have to do. So okay, so the last bit of work that we got to do to finish this AEM UEGO install is to put a cover over this this connector for the O2 sensor, since we don't have the O2 sensor hooked up anymore. Also, I'll have to kind of check my fuel mileage. I've been kind of smashing on the gas lately, though, so I don't think the gas mileage will be good. But we'll have to check to see if our gas mileage gets worse or better. If it gets worse, it means there's probably something wrong with the O2 sensor. And if it gets better, well, that means like, hey, we got a better O2 sensor. That's probably why. So what I'm going to do is we're going to wrap that with some tape. And then I'm going to put some zip ties around it so it doesn't come off. So just to keep moisture and stuff out of it. Okay, man, this engine bay's dirty. I got some kind of oil leak here. I think I'm not sure if it's leaking from here where the clamp is, or or this little port right here where the ECU valve cover goes. But anyway, so there it is. There's my handiwork right here. You can see it's I put like 3 pieces of electrical tape on it, and I put a zip tie around it, so I can probably just tuck that in somewhere. Oh, right there's fine. Yeah, so that's it. That was the last part of the install to block that off. So the reason we can leave the O2 sensor unconnected is because this is a pre-OBD2 car, and it only has 1 oxygen sensor, and like it doesn't really monitor the oxygen sensor at all. So. Maybe, I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder if leaving it disconnected like that is bad for the engine. I'm not. Is there any kind of? Because what I'm thinking is the oxygen sensor just has a. I think it's like a 3-wire or something for the. There's only 1 wire in the oxygen sensor that sends the voltage to ECU. The rest of the wires are is like a ground, and then the other ones are probably heaters. So. Yeah, so I don't know if not connecting the O2 sensor messes that signal up. Maybe we should just hook it up, see if it makes a difference, and then like hide it somewhere. Because that's that's the way I have it on the Eclipse. The Eclipse is an OBD2 car. It's a 98, and if you don't connect the O2 sensor, it will throw a code off, and then you'll immediately fail smog, So because it actually checks to see if the O2 sensor is there, and I don't know how to trick it. So so the best way to trick it is to just snip the wire and then connect the O2 sensor. Connect the O2 sensor, and then that way the O2 sensor is there and the ECU sees it, but it's not sending a signal to the ECU. The wideband is. So yeah, that's how it works. Hopefully it still passes smog. It seems to run okay. We'll drive it, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video in the future. But I've been driving it around right now, and it seems fine. It seems to run fine. Maybe we can pull the spark plugs and take a look at them real quick. It's running good, but it seems like it's running okay to me. All right, so that was it. That's the last part of the AEM UEGO install. Is you just put a cover over that and then put the interior back together, because there's no reason for me to have it apart anymore. I think I took it apart. I think it took it apart for the boost gauge and the turbo timer install, and then I never put it back in for a whole year because I knew I had to do this. So now I finished this, and there's really no reason to get under there anymore. So I decided to put it back. So finally, so now the car is it looks like a normal car again. So stuff isn't taken apart and stuff. So I'm really happy with it. We'll just have to see how that is. There's another thing that I have to wrap right here. This fog light wire here has been exposed for a long time, so that's probably what I'll do that. I can't put the fog light on this car because of the front mount intercooler gets in the way of it, so the piping gets in the way. So I would like to have the fog lights on this car. We'll probably have to do some aftermarket fog light setup. We could still use that harness too. If I can get the wiring harness from something, we could just use that harness on whatever new fog lights we put in. But then we'll lose that side plate too. I kind of do like that side plate. It's really nice. A previous owner made that, so I like it. All right, so that's it. That's it. I will probably do a follow-up on how the car runs later. So the only thing left to do now is the Evo injectors and the chip. So, and I've never really messed with the ECU on this car, so we'll see how that goes. But as it stands right now, I think at the 13-14 boost right now, it's fine. It's not super duper fast, but it's probably got more power than it did when it was stock. So, and plus we got the exhaust now, so it boosts pretty fast. All right, that's it. Here's we go.